Welcome back to my channel. This is going to be a book haul, and I bought these books over the last couple of month or two. I've already showed in a previous video some books that I got the other day. These books, some of them are pretty recent, some of them not so much. This one actually arrived yesterday, or had ordered it over on Amazon.com used. I think I paid $6 and change for this. It's Modern Wicker by Michael Howard. It says Modern Wicker, a history from Gerald Gardner to the present. And let me just read briefly the description. The evolution of Wicca is as dynamic and colorful as the witches who helped shape it. One of the most enigmatic and progressive practitioners of his time, Gerald Gardner was arguably the most instrumental witch in spreading the craft around the world. Drawing on his decades of personal involvement with Wicca, Michael Howard offers an intimate portrait of Gerald Gardner's life and traces the history and development of modern neo-pagan witchcraft. Howard reveals little-known facts and stories surrounding the men and women who shaped Wicca over the past 60 years, including Aleister Crowley, Alex Sanders, and influential initiates such as Dorian Valenti. From the Museum of Magic and Witchcraft on the Isle of Man to the origins of the Book of Shadows, Modern Wicca tracks the expansion of Wicca as it spread from the United Kingdom to the United States and beyond, and takes you inside the political controversies, behind-the-scene rivalries, and once-guarded secrets of the craft of the wise. So this isn't like a how-to, book on Wicca. It's, has to do with the history of Wicca. I also had gotten Witchcrafting by Phyllis Corot. Witchcrafting, a spiritual guide to making magic. I haven't read this one yet. I also got this one used, but I don't remember how much used. I almost want to say it was around $6-ish. And this is a hardcover book. So the hardcover edition is actually $25 US dollars. So, I also had gotten Beltane prior to Beltane, but I haven't really read through it much. I've been too busy. But it has things for like altars. It has some history on Beltane, some spells or rituals. I think it even has recipes. I'm sure it does. But it is written by Raven Grimassi. And I got this, and I think I have another one, but I can't remember which slot it is. And this one I got. It's called Women's Medicine Ways. And it's a cross-cultural rites of passage by Marcia Stark. It says, most women in our culture have not been taught any ceremonies or rituals for celebrating the important rites of passage in our own lives. Nor have we been taught to observe the cycles of the moon in designing monthly rituals or the earth's rhythms in celebrating daily occurrences. Women's Medicine Ways presents material from various cultures, cultural traditions, including Native American, Wiccan, African, to name a few, as a way to learn about birthing, puberty, menopause, crossing over, and to inspire us to create ceremonies to honor these times. There is also information on the cycles of the moon, as well as equinoxes, solstices, and cross-quarter cross-quarter day. Invocations to various goddesses and chants accompany each ritual. So I got this. Now, so bad. Sorry, these two books are not pagan in any way, but I'm interested in learning more about herbs. So I got these both from Barnes & Nobles in their bargain section. I got the Herb and Spice Companion by Marcus A. Webb and Richard Craze. And it's really nice. It has, you know, colorful pictures of everything, and it tells about parts used, dosages, potential benefits, and if there are culinary uses, it has their culinary uses, which is great for me because I love to cook too. So it was a twofold reason I got this book. And then I got the Holistic Herbal Directory, by Penelope Oyi. That's this one, and this too has, you know, pictures of flowers and everything, but this one is more of a herbal treatments for various things, and it has tabs, and these side tabs are divided up into systems and other, you know, like, okay, you have the respiratory system, eye, skin, and hair, digestive system, the emotions, cardiovascular system, muscles, bones, and joints. Oh, I'm not even going to pretend I know how to pronounce that. Genitourine, whatever, system. And then there's babies and children. And it gives you, just to show you, the different approaches. So you have, like, okay, we'll look at the respiratory system section. You'll have the Western approach, and it has this for each of these groups. You have the Western approach, the Chinese approach, and the Ayurvedic approach. And then you'll have, like, for the different things. So you have, like, coughs. So for there, it'll give you different kinds of herbs that are good for treating coughs. And it'll tell you the parts of the herb, what it tastes like, if it's bitter, if it's sweet, pungent, character, so it'll tell you if it's warm, neutral, whatever. Meridians, so it'll tell you what areas of the body it helps. So like here it has tangerine. The meridians for tangerine are the lungs, spleen, and stomach. And then it tells you the actions. So for tangerine it says it's anti-asthmatic, anti-inflammatory, so on and so forth. And then it tells you the usages. There it tells you here the peel of both ripe tangerines and unripe tangerines is used in Chinese medicine, and then it goes on to tell you some other things. And that's pretty much what each section does. So I got that. I know this is not anything in depth. It's just like a beginner thing for me. So then the last thing I had gotten is the Spiritual Laws for Parents, Guiding Your Children to Success and Fulfillment by Deepak Chopra. But anyway, this is what the book looks like. This is a used copy. I think this is actually an older edition as well. But I got this because of, well, my daughter. And it was really only a table of contents, really not that in depth. It's like 2 sections and then the conclusion. So the first section is parenting and the gift of spirit. The second part is practicing the 7 spiritual laws. And then the conclusion is the one thing you can't do without them. So I got this and I'll read you a little blurb about this book. It says, this book, The 7 Spiritual Laws for Parents, is Dr. Chopra's answer to those letters, and I'm actually reading the next paragraph down. It basically says how this one came after his initial book, The 7 Spiritual Laws of Success, and he had gotten a lot of letters from people wanting, something for like parenting. This book is Dr. Chopra's answer to those letters and to parents around the world who wish to raise children with values that satisfy spiritual needs, as well as create the experience of abundance. After a general discussion of parenting and the gift of spirit, this book explores specific ways to practice the 7 spiritual laws as a family, how to convey these laws to children depending on their age, and how to embody them in age-specific activities each day, beginning on Sunday with the law of pure potentiality. The 7 spiritual laws for parents moves us beyond primitive triumphs and failures to experience the spiritual nature of communion with family, to share with those closest to us the infinite riches of innocence and love. So this I got used. I think I got this at the most, I'm going to say $9. No, I don't think it's that high. I think it was about $6 or so. And the price for this book is $19.95. So that's one thing. I love to buy used books if I can. Save money any way you can, right? And my biggest shopping place for books is Amazon.com. I swear I pay their rent. I really do. Wherever their storage facility at, or warehouse or whatever, if they have offices, I pay all their rent. It's ridiculous. But yeah, so those were the latest books that I've gotten, including the ones that you've seen in the previous video. These ones I've got, actually the witchcrafting one I got about 3 months ago, I'm gonna say. These other books are more recent purchases. So I also ordered a few more used books, which will probably be here in the next day or so. Kind of surprised it didn't come today, actually. But I think that's it. Thanks for watching, and let's see.